So man, I've always thought, yeah, like obviously when people ask people like what religion you're from or whatever, like 9 times out of 10, like I hear people say Christian or whatever, but you know, those people don't go to church, they don't read the Bible, they don't, you know, like do things that people say a typical Christian does. And I've also thought like a lot of this is because either your parents are Christian or it's the main religion in the country, or like take when I was in secondary school, loads of people was converted to Muslim because their friends were also Muslim, so they tried it out. But I just want to ask is one, if we grew up somewhere else or around a different set of people, do you think like you would be the same religion you are now? And two, like why don't we explore other religions? So like if you are Christian, why don't you actually read up on other religions and see what's out there? Because obviously people say, oh, I found the truth. But then someone could argue, but how do you know you found the truth if you haven't looked at other religions? So basically that's what I want to know, like why don't you look into Judaism, or why don't you look into Buddhism? Why haven't you read the Quran?
Do you know what, Ish? That's an interesting point, yeah. Because so my mom's Catholic, innit? She was born Catholic, went Catholic school, all that good stuff, yeah. But I'm a Christian. Do you know what I'm saying? But I think the reason why I'm a Christian, the reason why that was shaped is because like growing up around my nan's house, I used to see Psalms 27. And I was asked her, like, where does Psalms 27 come from? She's like, it comes from the Bible. I was like, okay, where does that come from? Like, Christianity X, Y, and Z. So obviously when I then explored that, I was like, oh, okay, this is what Christianity is. However, Ish, as you said, like there was that period where people were converting to Islam, right? And then I actually read up on Islam in it, and I realized that okay, like cool, like Islam and Christianity, they do actually mirror each other. So I was actually considering converting to Islam back in the day, and when I spoke to my dad, yeah, so it's a bit of a story time. Yeah. So when I spoke to my dad, yeah, he sent me straight to the pastor, yeah, and got me baptized, didn't it? But obviously then I didn't even really understand Christianity like from a holistic view, from a holistic view, so to speak. But it was only until later where I've made the conscious effort to research, study the Bible, X, Y, and Z. But I'm saying just to answer your question, the short answer is. I think it definitely has an impact, but I don't think it's the deciding factor. Do you know what I'm saying?
Like that's what I want to know.
I think to answer your question, like, yeah, the demographic therefore plays a big part of your religion. Even if you look at countrywide, globally, certain countries follow one religion. Some countries fit direct in the middle. If you live in the north, you follow a certain religion. You live in the south, follow a certain religion. But demographic therefore plays a part in it. And in regards to your second question, why don't people research into other religions? I think it comes down to one, people are just comfortable in what they know. People don't like to branch out, and I think the other one is the fear of knowing. So what if you now read up on another religion and you find out, you start reading and you think, this might be the way, you know. Like everything that I thought before might be different. Some people are scared about that transition, but that can fuck up your process now. Let's say you're deep in one religion, you think this is the way to the kingdom you're going to, and you find out actually it's a bit tight. I kind of believe this a bit more. That creates an imbalance.
I think people start to feel like they're being a traitor.
It's a scary thing to do. I understand it. Do you know why people would not do it? Do you know what I'm saying?
To answer your question, I think like where you're from in the world definitely plays like a major factor, if not probably the biggest factor in it. Because obviously, like one said, in it, some countries are divided in it. So let's say like Nigeria, like the north of Nigeria is like Muslim, and obviously the south is, I guess, like Christian or whatever. But to answer your second question, that's quite techie, innit? And like a lot of people, I can even say myself, like, you know, I wouldn't want to read something and you know, maybe that I wouldn't want to enjoy. I don't know, man. I wouldn't want, because like, what I believe is what I believe, and that's what's kind of, you know, shaped how I think about things. And I think it would be a big like step to kind of open your mind, because that's being very, very open-minded. And I think with religion, I don't know.
I think the problem is, the religion that people are in right now, basically makes them feel like, one, they're going to hell if they change, and two, like you're a traitor. So it's like, once, like you said, if you was born in the North Nigeria, you would feel like you was a traitor if you traded religion. If you was born in the South, you'll feel like you're a traitor. But then your cousin over there could be telling you like, no, this is the way. But then like you're stuck because you're around those people that are going to see you like a traitor, or you're going to feel like you're going to hell. So that's why I say, like, sometimes it seems like people are like locked in their religion, and they only are that religion because of the influences
But,
are
yeah,
around
Sorry, just to go.
Mm.
A key thing or a key aspect of that religion is actually having faith in it. So like, you need to believe in what you're researching or reading. You get me? You can't just like religion. I don't know. I think it's religion. I think it's quite black and white. Like if
It's
you're
not. I don't think it is.
You know,
It's not tangible.
You're still going about being open, innit? And like being locked. You said something about open. You said something about being locked in your religion. Yeah. Like us family went to the same school, innit? And I know in our school we done religious studies, innit? So at that young age, you kind of learn about other religions. So I think if you're born in the UK and you go to school in the UK, I feel like you're already open to a degree anyway, because you have a certain level of understanding of all religions, most religions, the main religions. Which I'm trying to say to you in the world. Would you not agree?
But you've got more chance of turning into a Muslim than going to Judaism, because there's more Muslims around.
Not necessarily. I mean, I can be a Buddha, or I can be Jewish. I'm trying to say to you. However, what you were saying, yeah, if I because of my demographic, if I had to pick out of the two, I probably would be more aligned to either Christianity or Islam. But that's what's around, man.
I swear that Islam, Christianity and Judaism, I think they all believe in one God, innit? So I guess like the concept is kind of similar.
Yeah, I just wanted to speak about something you said previously, right? I think as a religion, it's not tangible, bro. You can't see it. You can't touch it. Do you know what I'm saying? So you believe in what you believe in. You have comfort in the grace that you're getting from God, whoever it is, right? So I don't think as long as you can like stand firm in your religion and stand firm in your belief, I don't think anyone should feel any type of way from just wanting to just expand their mind and to expand their knowledge on just researching other religions.
But I think you know what it is. Like I know pastors, a lot of pastors, yeah, they have researched other religions. Like that's part of the study, innit? A lot of pastors have, yeah. But then say the people in the church, if they now said to their pastor, I'm gonna go to the mosque for 2 months, I just want to learn more about that, innit? Yeah. Like some people are scared to say that to their pastor because it seems like they might be switching, but then the pastor has got that knowledge for themselves. You get what I'm saying?
But off the back of that, you don't necessarily need to go to a mosque just to understand the religion. Exactly. And I'll give you another example, right? So
it would be a good way though.
Yeah,
no, 100. I agree.
I've been to a mosque.
But I went in primary school still, and a synagogue.
But
just off the back of that, like, for example, my
dad,
dad, bro, my dad was Jewish, Muslim. I think he was even Buddhist at one point, and then now he's a Christian. Do you know what I'm saying? So he went around the houses, and then he found the one that he thought that he was comfortable with. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely not against people like researching other religions. Like,
well, you see what you just said about your dad hopping around religions. Yeah. Some people will frown upon that. Like, he's confused. He doesn't know what he's doing. But then now, obviously, your dad's a pastor now, anyway. Yeah. So he may have collected all that knowledge and then now researched on Christianity and feel that that's the one. So he might actually have more knowledge than the average person.
For me, I see that as just this is what I'm assuming anyway, is that he felt lost and he was just seeking. He was seeking glory, greatness, whatever it's called, seeking God. And he probably hasn't felt comfortable in any other religion except for Christianity.
I've got a good point. That was interesting actually. But my thing is, let's say you believe something, and I don't know. Let's say the impacts of what you believe in, you can actually see it. Like, why would you like go out to, I don't know, like see another religion, or why would you, if you can actually see it, your religion's real to you?
Well, you see what you said earlier. You said about them having the same God or whatever. So if that is the case and it's God doing it, like from that person's perspective that thinks there's the same God, if they switch religions, wouldn't that still be the same God to them?
So in the religion of Islam and in the religion of Christianity, Allah and God are practically the same. However, the prophets differ. So in Islam, Muhammad is the prophet. In Christianity, Jesus is our prophet. With the Catholic religion, they pray to Mary. However, Christians pray to Jesus. Islamic people pray to Muhammad.
No, they don't pray to Allah.
I was going to say that in Christianity, obviously, they believe that Jesus Christ is God.
So it's their prophet.
In Islam, they don't believe that. They believe that Jesus was a prophet. Do you get what I mean? That's just what they believe, right? A gifted prophet. But essentially, they do not agree with the concept of Jesus being God, the Son of God being God himself, which is very much obviously what we believe in, like as Christians, you get what I mean? So I think obviously there's a differences there. But even just based on what you're saying, I do think like where you live or like, you know, where you've been brought up plays a big part. But I think that there's also a point where when you get older and it's like, you know what, you actually have you can make a conscious decision as to what you want to do. Like people, yeah, you might have been born into, quote unquote, born into religion. I mean, I'm a bit sketchy on that anyway, in terms of being born into something, because you haven't necessarily made a conscious choice. It's just like a way of life to you, right? But there comes a point where it's like, you know, you actually decide, are you going to do this thing for real or not? And then you kind of like look to go and seek more and etc. You know, so, and I think there's a difference between kind of like being brought up in a Christian home or being brought up in, you know, a Muslim home and etc. and actually practicing that religion. Do you get what I mean?
On the back what you said, yeah. So I was talking to one of my friends, right? And what she said was in her culture where she's from, yeah, you learn both Christianity and Islam. That it's a rule of the thumb in the country. Everyone just learns both. Your family could be whatever, but you have to learn both. Then like when you're at a certain age, you make a choice. And like if you make a choice that's different to your kind of families, there's no hard feelings. That's a choice you made. That country, you learn both, innit? So some people do practice it. So
one's I just wanted to make a quick point, yeah. So you know, if you guys have read up on like slavery and all that, yeah, like you would know that Christianity was pushed on slaves, yeah, and you know, to black people that was their one day in the week that they could dress up in their best clothes. They didn't have to work, obviously, like as hard that day in it, yeah. They would, obviously there was a community and they could sing, etc. Yeah. So obviously people feel that Christianity has been placed upon black people via slavery, and then there's people that converted to Muslim, like saying the Black Panther days, etc. because they felt like Christianity was a religion of the white people, slavers, etc. in it, yeah. So like, as Christians or people that believe in God or people that believe in Jesus or whatever, yeah, do you guys, does that bother you? Does it bother you that like it could have filtered down from slavery and after all these years you've still like quote unquote fell for it? Ish. Like does that worry or bother you lot?
I hear what you're saying. I definitely understand what you're saying, right? But bro, man's a Christian, bro. A man prays to my God, fam. And what, like, I might not even know if the God that I'm praying to is the correct God. But I'm saying the God that I call my God in the Christian religion is blessing me, fam. Do you know what I'm saying? And because I can see, I can feel the blessing and I trust it, I don't feel that rhetoric of it's being pushed on the black people as a form of control. I don't really believe that. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes, I just wanted to jump off the back of what you were saying, Alex, and also this kind of links into what you were saying, Mafia. A major thing about this is faith, innit, when it comes to these things. And I'm going to the Bible. I'm reading Hebrews 11 verse 1, yeah, the NLT version. It says this: faith shows the reality of what we hope for, and it is the evidence of things we cannot see. And so even when you're talking about, okay, like whether this thing is tangible or not, of course people can argue from experience and etc. whether it is, but essentially I cannot see this thing, but I believe it. That's the whole concept of faith. Do you get what I mean? So of course you can say in essence it's almost like a risk. Do you get what I mean? In essence, right? It's a risk, hands down. Even based on what you're saying, Ish, as well. So in regards to the slavery thing, okay, was Christianity used in slavery to mistreat black people? Yes, but that doesn't mean that like Christianity is a bad religion. It's like, for example, I can have a knife now, for example. The purpose of this knife isn't to kill someone, but someone can use the knife to kill someone. It's still the same tool, but others can use the knife to slice up meat. Do you get what I'm trying to say to you? So I don't feel like just because, yes, like they abused power and they used the Bible and they twisted things in ways to mistreat black people. That I don't agree with. So I do understand the frustration in terms of course, black people thinking, raw, okay, yeah, that's the religion of the white man, etc. But again, these things go deep and you're going to have to do deeper research on this. And also, black people then also say, okay, cool, like that's when obviously that ancestral stuff comes in and they'll say like, yo, like obviously, we had our gods and this is the stuff that we should believe in, and I just want to say this here: spirituality as a whole, it is 100% real. Like it's 100% real. Do you get what I mean? All these things that we see and we encounter is real, but obviously, as a Christian, listen, I believe that Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, and the life. That's it, point blank. But that's not to say, okay, cool, I'm better than the next man who's a Buddhist.
So touching on what you said, yeah. So I've heard like God, and I've heard Jesus, and I've heard what you believe, yeah. So, and I heard the knife example you gave. So, okay, carry on with Jesus's your God and there's God, yeah. So, but someone could still be worried that part of that Bible was used to control black people during those times. So like, okay, yeah, you believe in that, yeah. But what the question I was basically trying to get at is, you know, let's say sometimes you're reading the Bible, yeah. Like, is there any time there's any parts in it where you thought, oh, like, do you question it basically? Like, do you think, that story sounds a bit funny,
100%.
or do you,
100%.
and also like mix that? You even said that it was used to control people. So what I'm kind of trying to get at is like, is there ever times that bothers you? If that makes sense, does it ever bother you, like like as in what parts of this have been altered?
Before Tosin answers the question, I just want to highlight something, bro. The Bible was written years ago.
It's above us.
Time ago.
But people
So,
remix it, bro.
and it was written from that perspective. We just you have to apply the teachings and the learnings to yourself and now. Do you know what I'm saying?
That's a great area itself.
You can't always
start
take it
saying
at
in
face
the own way.
value.
Nobody actually knows. There's no one alive right now that can say, listen, I back my man who wrote the first version of the Bible. There's no one that can do that. So we don't know. Everything is based on perception and belief.
And that's why the central thing is faith.
And also the one thing that like I guess like it's not really confused, man, but I think it just frustrates me with I guess like Christianity. It's just like the different versions of the Bible. You get, man? It's too
The Old Testament.
it's too open. No. I'm saying it's too open in like the interpretation is so like open. Like, let's say someone like the King James version. Obviously, I haven't done bare research, but like I remember someone telling me that obviously King James like just more or less took the Bible. I was like, I like this part. I don't really like this part. I want to make it like this and kind of change the story. I don't know how factual that is, but it's just like that's the one thing I find a bit confusing about my faith. But obviously, I know one day everything will come clear in it, and it's just I think certain things. That's the mind and the human being. It's just it won't make sense in it. You get me?
It's not meant to make sense from a. And we're human, bro. We can't make sense of the Bible, fam, by ourselves.
One thing I struggle with a bit, you know, when people tell you this is what this verse meant. Do you know what I mean? Like this is what this passage meant, but then someone else has a completely different view on it, and that's the only part that sometimes bothers me when someone's like, no, can't you see it means this? But that's kind of like that's your interpretation.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? So again,
I think it's crucial that when you read it, obviously you've got to like take it in. Obviously you pray as well, but you kind of just have to understand it yourself because you know then I don't know, like I'm not saying all pastors or whatsoever, but next man might just be he can vouch for me. Next man might just be feeding you ass, bro. He might just be telling you nonsense, bro. Right. Just might be telling you what you want to hear, so you can, you know what I mean, like put in the pot and that. So my thing is, you have to kind of get what you're reading.
It's all about, like I said, perspective, isn't it? Let me give a quick synopsis in it. Back in the day, I remember I saw one pastor at my uncle's house here, and back then I used to wear earrings, innit? And he was telling me, you should not have earrings in your ears because what it represents. I think he said something along the lines, back in the days, Egyptians used to, how they know they got the Israelites on smash kind of things, they put the iron in their ears and they can recognize them, innit? But my argument to him was like, alright, cool, that was then, it's like 2012, nah, this is fashion now, kind of the do one kind of vibe, I'm trying to say to you. So that's good, that was applicable back then, that's not applicable now. His earrings doesn't represent slavery no more, I'm trying to say to you.
And tattoos.
That's a good point, you know, the way things were now.
Can we speak on tattoos as well? Because
I remember when I said to my dad, I'm gonna get a tattoo. He sent me one scripture in it, basically saying, any mark on your skin is the mark of the beast.
Everyone uses that.
I said, my brother, but you got two tattoos on your arms.
But it's again, that people actually think that's the devil. So when you do that, when you do that, that's what they think, and you can't say they're wrong. Same way they can't say you're wrong.
I'm not saying they're wrong, and I wouldn't.
Their interpretation actually sounds.
I wouldn't argue with someone's truth. but I'm gonna apply it to me and the modern society that I live in. Do you know what I'm saying?
But then, this is where there's grey areas about modern society. It's hard one.
But I got my
There
own
will always be
faith.
grey areas.
There will be grey
That's what I'm
areas.
saying. There always will.
But
be.
things was just, I think, naturally. I just feel like that's why you kind of have to just kind of build your own, relationship with God. So like, you can believe in what you believe in, and that can help you move on or get closure in this world. Because like, it's all good someone just telling you something, but if you don't actually like believe it, what's the point?
No, that's a good point.
Would you be comfortable with me wifing one of your exes?
That's a
I
poor
wouldn't-
example.
do you know what
You're
it is?
his guy.
Do you know what it is? Yeah,
Man, them
I
do
wouldn't-
it.
it
Man, them
happens.
do it. Man, them do
It
it.
happens. Like I think, like I'm not gonna lie to you. Me personally, it's like obviously if you did it, you did your thing. I just think you're weird.
It's weird.
So it's just that. Like I wouldn't
So
like.
could you
beef
still chill with Alex after that?
No,
No,
because
we
it's
wouldn't chill
weird.
as
But that
much.
means it's not just
It's
about
business.
weird. That's
No, it's just that
above
we
weird.
wouldn't chill as much. It's just that because obviously, fam, I just can't respect you as much
That's
because it's
slimy,
weird. Like
bro, it's
I just
slimy
think it's
behaviour.
weird.
The
Like,
truth
I
is.
get it though. It
It's
happens.
slimy behaviour. I don't get it. I'm not even gonna try and understand because that's fucking slimy behaviour. It's
Nah,
not.
he.
But like
it-
a fringe
but it
friend,
happens.
that's not really slimy because he's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, alright, cool. Well, I hear what you man are saying on the fringe
My
friend
take,
thing,
yeah.
but I still wouldn't do it. Like,
But my thing, that
but it's-
mentality-
bro.
but
It's,
I
no,
don't
it's principle, bro.
It's not principle.
But bro, what if
That's
that
not-
person
that's
is the
not-
girl that you actually like? Man, them are even struggling to like a girl.
But
There's how many billion people in the
I
world,
know
bro?
there is, I know
come
there is,
on,
but
bro.
the reality is
Can I
this.
get in?
No, but once, I'm gonna let you go in after me here, but what I'm just trying to say to you is this, like, the reality is this, bro. If you've wifed a girl, there's a good chance that obviously that girl's a good girl. Do you get what I'm saying?
I hear what
Maybe
you're
they're
saying.
all that stuff. And therefore, let's say you can just so happen that you fall in love with somebody's ex. Maybe it's not your close friend, but it's a brother that maybe played on the same football team as you, or a brother that you're just cool with.
But when you-
So you're gonna say you're gonna give up on that relationship because they used to go out with someone you know.
But Tossie, let me tell you something, yeah. So even like years back in it, there was one girl I used to chat to on nothing. I never took her serious and whatnot. Then I found out one guy from the ends wifed her in it, and in my head, like I'm thinking, oh rah, what? Doesn't he care in it, yeah? But then at the same time, that's not my job to think for him. Like he knew about it, but he didn't care. I mean, him are actually friends. Do you get it? But then at the same time, I didn't wifey that girl. Do you get it? So what about when it's just that a girl that you used to speak to, yeah, and then a next guy wifeys her? It does that?
Well, they
Are
just-
you bothered about that as
they
much,
just
or do you
soak it
think,
in wives.
or do you think it's just okay, beat in it, yeah?
No.
Do you care about that, or is it only if you wife them?
Bro, I don't think we're at an age where we can.
Wait, hold on. So say that again. You're saying if a guy.
So let's say you girl you was dealing with, innit? You never actually wifed her, but you knew her was doing a thing, yeah?
Yeah.
If a guy you know now like wifed her
her.
up, yeah, do you still feel
No, that's different.
1%
No,
like
that's different.
raw, or do you just don't care at
No,
all?
I don't
then?
care at all. That's
So it's basically it's only if it's a girl you wifey.
Yeah.
Okay,
You know what it
cool.
is, yeah? I think, yeah. Going back to, I'm gonna go to the first, then go back to this. So, like, in terms of girlfriends, yeah, if you're not in my immediate circle, if you're not my immediate friend, you're gonna be one of my exes. That's your problem, bro. Like, I'm not gonna feel away. Do you get me? But like, she not my thing. I don't own her. Do you get me? Like, we done what we done. It's over.
You don't own anyone.
I'm gonna say to you, if you're my immediate friend, I feel like, you know what I'm saying, I don't own her. Like,
Yeah, but you don't own anyone.
Yeah,
If
I'm
it's
gonna say to you. But I'm saying, if you're my immediate friend, I feel like you got some loyalty towards man. Towards
100,
me,
100.
and that's why that can't go on. Back to what you said about the second thing about if someone spoke to someone back in the day and like someone else went to go and wife them later. I think it depends on the time of life you're at as well. Like in my young days, I'd have been like, that's dead. I'm gonna say it to you. But as you get older, you realise shit happens in life. I'm trying to say to you, and get me. I've spoken to girls. You've spoken to girls. You've spoken to girls. I'm trying to say to you, people speak to people. So what? Are you gonna expect people not to have past?
But once the
what I'm
reason
saying
I
from
brought
the
up
past.
the dealing thing, yeah,
Once,
is because I've also seen, you know, man that have done a small thing with a girl, then their boys wifey that
But-
girl.
but-
so what is there
Let me
grey
land.
area with
Yeah,
that?
let me
then?
land.
Go on.
If you done it for one of my boys,
Yeah.
no, that's techie.
No, I'm talking about let's say like your lips or fingered or something like that.
One of
yeah?
your friends
your
is a bit
friend,
techie.
and then some man them, I've seen man them firm that.
No,
and then
if it's your, like I said, if it's your immediate
because they
circle,
said, oh, she didn't beat.
that's a
You get me?
problem.
Can you
Like,
go
me
first
personally,
time like that?
if it's my immediate circle, if one of you man was to started used to do a thing or used to fuck one of my things, that's an issue, bro. But if it's like no one that's not in my circle, then that was
Could
my
you
past
man?
life,
Could you
bro.
man
Don't she not a baddie? That's not my issue.
Could you confirm something like that, or you just explain?
If any of you, like, bro, I know who my guys are in it. If any of my guys have been with a girl, I can't. It's done. It's done. Like it's done, bro. How many times like has there been girls when the man them's brought up and they was like, like, you know what I mean? Like once they've gone there first, you're fuming. So it's like, bro. At the end of the day, like that, the fact you're fuming means you know. That's you can't go there. You get it?
Forbidden fruit.
Yeah, like it's forbidden, innit? Yeah, but
That's a choice, though.
Huh?
That's a choice.
No, but Toss, let me not lie to you.
Personal morals.
Yeah, in our groups,
Yeah.
like our people we call bros, innit?
Yeah.
Like if the man like started trying to move to your ex, I don't just think it's weird. I think it's a vibe. If it's your boy.
Talking like that means it's like, because honestly, I think that people could be missing out
Toss
on
on,
good
toss on,
relations.
you're stressing me, that's
I'm
the
just
issue.
being real.
You're stressing me right now, bro.
Hear this. I feel like people. Listen. I can't lie to you, yeah. I can't lie to you, bro. Me, fam, I'm getting married, bro. I'm easy, fam. There's people that want to get married, bro. There's people out there that struggle, fam. There's people that obviously they're not going for because of situations like this, and it's like, raw. You actually could be missing out on a good thing.
But what I'm
Toss,
saying is,
you wouldn't get with any of your old school people's exes. I know for a
wouldn't.
fact you wouldn't.
I wouldn't, but
What
I'm
are you
not
talking
talking
about?
So what are you talking? What are you talking about? Like,
because I've seen man them do it.
and it's fucking weird. That's what I'm
I
saying,
don't know,
bro.
man.
It's weird and it's
I
slimy.
don't know,
If I can leave you in my
at our
house.
age,
So you're saying you'll be comfortable
Bro,
with getting wifey one of your exes, bro?
bro.
That's what you're trying to say.
What I'm saying
Wait,
is,
wait,
bro,
wait.
it's
Okay,
weird,
no, wait, hold on.
but we're getting older though,
Quick
bro.
question, yeah.
We're 25 now, bro.
What if it's
You're wearing it still. You're wearing it.
You're taking the piss.
I think he's playing devil's advocate. I don't think he believes
Wait.
this.
One question in it because this is where
It's
I
some
sort
time,
of
man.
This is making me
No,
hot.
this is where
Go on, Reese. Go on.
yeah, this is where I sort of changed my thought process though. Yeah, what if it's an ex that they didn't beat? Because I feel like it doesn't count.
That don't count.
What do you mean?
I think yeah, if you didn't beat it, it counts.
Relationships are not just
Childish.
about
I won't lie to you. No, I won't lie to you.
It's not
If you
just
told
about
me,
beating.
but if you told me, yeah, like I went out with this girl, yeah, and I didn't beat her, like I could still fall in love because like it's can't be beat her.
Hold on. So they didn't beat her,
I agree.
but she upped him off. They done all that
Okay, no,
stuff.
up and beating is sort of hand in hand, but anything before that is calm.
Cheeky finger.
Yeah. No,
I don't
you can move past that. That's friendship. That's
You
friendship.
think like all your girls, your previous girls have been untouched, bro.
No.
No, what you said?
No, but Toss, let me be honest here. Any girl that was your girlfriend, like gone past college, like you know, like okay, let's say college and up, yeah. I take it serious. Like that's your.
One second.
Toss, let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. So
Some serious
I want to ask you
relationship,
a question.
Bro,
Yeah?
ask me, bro.
If I spoke to your girl when you was in college, like say if you had a girl in college or you had a girl in college, you had a girl in college, yeah? Bro, if I spoke to her today in 2020 and I'm trying to wife you,
I wouldn't give a fuck.
You wouldn't care?
I wouldn't give a fuck.
No, I'll drop you out.
Nah,
weird.
I
Just drop you out.
actually won't give a fuck.
I'll drop. No, but like it's not beef. Like,
No, I won't give a fuck.
No, it's not beef, but I'm dropping you out.
I'll put it in this context here. My life is moved so far since then. That's not even stuff I've regarded anymore.
I feel like
that,
school-
innit? Obviously,
I feel like
it's part of your
school
past, it's a memory, but it's not something that would bother you. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
So
to you?
what?
I think to make things very simple, yeah. If man feels a way about it, then you can't do that. Yeah,
No,
but so let's say for example you ask, bro, yo, like you know, obviously I don't know, it's because it's very weird. So like, imagine having to explain to your boy that you moved to his ex thing, yeah, but then you're saying, let's say, like, oh, what? How did you start speaking? And
No,
you start,
no,
you start getting into it.
My bro, you
Okay.
No. And then my thing is, if bro says, yo, bro, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, you know, like, we broke up and I still feel a way about her. You can't do that, bro.
You shouldn't even have that conversation.
But by that time, you really have lied, fam. You've been
Bro,
tweaking and beating her, bro.
8 years.
Now let me not lie to you. See, bro, no, let me not lie to
Terrible,
you.
bro.
Once, you see that college
Like,
girl.
that's a change.
But once some people's college girl was their girl up
I
to
understand
second
what
year
you're saying.
uni.
So
So
let
you
me-
get it. I'm not talking about 1 year 12.
Let me land though. Let
You
me
get
land.
it. I'm not talking about
Let me
that.
land though.
Go
You
on.
get that? Because you lot said initially, yeah, like your girlfriend, like your ex-girlfriends, innit? Like if you're friends with your ex-girlfriends, and hypothetically, it sounded horrible, innit? Like, nah, that's mad. But then when you put it into context, like your girl from college, and I beat her. Who gives a fuck?
Do you know what?
If you was with that girl
That's
for
what I'm
4
saying,
years, if
bro.
you was with that girl for 4 years, it would be different.
Hold
'cause
on.
You would have took her into uni with you.
The reason,
That means you're not
the re-
different.
hold on,
Yeah, yeah.
the reason why I say it's not different because that shows it shows
I don't
a
get it.
lot about that person's character.
If you
bro.
care, you're
It
not
shows
over.
a lot
If you
about that
care,
person's character.
it does.
The
If you care,
person,
you're over,
fam, a guy that can move to his boy's ex will stab you in the back, bro.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But that wasn't the
Therefore-
question. The question was, do you give a fuck they make your thing?
Man, them be
No, but
falling in love.
let me show you something. No, but let me show you something. But I'm trying to say,
They do though.
it's not about
Them alive.
Don't stab in your back, straight, bro.
Let me go. I'm trying to say that it's not about whether you give a fuck.
It's definitely weird behaviour.
No, but I'm trying to say
I personally don't give a fuck.
it's about the principle and the dynamics of our friendship, innit?
Yeah.
So I'm trying to say the moment that I decide to move to one of you guys' exes, I'm picking her over you. So I accept that you're not my friend anymore, and I'm taking this girl.
I agree with
That's
Reece.
it.
Yeah.
I agree.
No, but you're switching sides for once. You're
No,
switching sides.
no. The question was,
It's my ex.
No. That's how I said easy. No, I agree with what you're saying. But in terms of how do I feel about the situation, the girl, I wouldn't be bothered. The only value is you're trying to do to my ex, but I actually feel about
Which
you
makes
smashing my
it
ex
an issue.
wouldn't really bother
One
me.
second, other than like your boys, yeah? So, and other than sex and all that, yeah? What other things can your ex do, like, soon after you, within the first month or whatever?
do what she
that
likes.
one, can I finish?
Do what she likes.
That would
Older.
actually bother you in the first month. So wait,
Why is he
so wait, one
upset?
second. So Reece, you see, you say she could do what you like, and why does it bother you in that?
Yeah.
Let's say your ex dumped you,
Yeah.
and then
Fuck one of my boys.
a week later, innit?
Yeah.
You found out that she was mashing dons, innit? Yeah.
What during me?
Huh?
During me.
No. Talk about a week later. You just
Okay.
found out, yeah.
Yeah.
So in your head, you're not gonna think, rah, what she was doing?
No,
when she was
no,
with
I
you?"
am. But what can I do?
But
at
would
that
you be
stage?
bothered by it?
Yeah, but
So why?
but I can't do anything.
But you can't keep saying,
can't
why
do
do you
anything.
care? Why do you care?
No, but
you
I'm trying to
clearly
say-
do
No,
care.
no.
I would care, but I can't address it.
Exactly.
I never said you're gonna address it, bro. But I'm saying that you'll care
I
about
can't
it.
lie, yeah. Me, I'm toxic.
But that's a week.
I will
That's a week.
care and I'll address it. We've got like a
No, but-
6-month cooling off period. I'm addressing everything. Are you fucking mad? What do you mean? What do you mean?
No, but the whole thing.
I'm pulling that up.
The whole thing is.
No, I'm not possessive at all.
Wait,
I'm not possessive.
Everything's just getting.
Let's not do that. Let's not do that.
The whole thing about it being over, No, but the whole thing about being over, like there's actually no rules to follow. Obviously, if you're a person of integrity, then you would
Well, you believe in rules, in. Just be honest. You believe in rules.
There's no rules. There's no rules.
You believe in rules.
It's not that there's set rules, but you gotta. It's unwritten. You gotta present yourself.
It's a trade. It's a trade.
No,
It's a trade.
It's not a issue, but we'll have the issue.
Toss, yes or no? Is there unwritten laws after you break up the girl? Yes or
Can
no?
I just say
Stop all this, you're getting married to us. Answer the question.
Before you say what you're saying, yeah.
Hear what I'm saying, though.
Like previously, let's say before you're getting. I
don't disagree with you.
You're getting
man.
married now, innit? So let's talk about
I don't
previous.
disagree with you, man.
Let's talk about because you're getting married. Let's take away from that situation.
Yes, sir.
You go out of a girlfriend, yeah. You got a girlfriend. You go out of her. You broke up today, yeah. You broke up today, and tomorrow your boy tells you, "Hey, well, my man said you was snapping your thing last night." You know, you're gonna feel away. Don't mean there's no rules.
Yeah,
No one's
She's violating.
saying won't feel
How is
away.
that violent? No, I'm trying to
There's
say
no rights.
there's no rights.
Toss, yes or no? Is there unwritten rules when you break up with a girl?
Think long and hard, mister.
I'd say no.
Once,
Yes.
Alex.
Brother, yeah, of course.
What?
There's no unwritten rules, bro. If you think there's unwritten rules, you're an idiot. Bro.
No. What? So you're gonna break up your thing and she's gonna start moving mad? What's the issue?
Wait, let me
There's actually an issue.
Wait,
You said there's no rules.
wait,
There's an
bro.
issue. You know what? You could be my thing. This breakup might not be
hey,
permanent.
thank you.
It's been a week. You've been my girl for 4 years.
What was she doing before you?
might have
Toss, how many breakups are for a month, bro, or for 2 weeks?
Fam, listen,
Bro.
this is what I'm saying.
No,
No,
but
listen,
so-
breakups
so
are so people be moving on quickly,
No, but
bro.
what I'm trying to say is that if she didn't give breathing room, that means your ass is down. If she didn't give breathing room, that means she's down, bro.
So all the people, yeah, that you've dealt with, they've come out of long-term relationships and they've been clear 6 months.
I don't care because I'm not receiving it.
Oh, you don't care? Oh,
I don't care.
okay.
No, but I'm trying to say it. So just to reiterate my point.
It's a double standard.
Josh,
It doesn't make it right, but
Josh, just to reiterate my point. Yeah. What I was saying before is that once it's done and dusted, it's done and dusted. There's actually no rules.
Yeah.
Obviously,
rules,
me personally, I hold myself to a higher standard in terms of integrity. So it's that I don't want to move to my ex's friends or things like that because that ain't in my behaviour.
You do that, I do that.
Yeah.
We may all do that.
Oh, but it's a choice. It's a choice. It's a choice.
That's my point.
It's a choice.
That's my point.
It's a choice. If you move to your ex's friends, it's her friends that are bad, not you.
You are a bunch of liars.
I think you are all capping.
Obviously, guys, as you can see, this is a very, I guess, like interesting and deep topic, innit? I don't think we're able to come to a precise conclusion because everyone just feels different about this topic. So we're gonna actually have to move on. However, I just think in its most simple sense, the game is the game, bro. Like this, just try and make this matter black and white, so you're not on the fence that's hurt or you're not on the side that's hurt.
Can I just say something? Yeah, because Reese is saying that there's no rules in it. Yeah.
none.
Hold on. There is unwritten rules. However, I don't expect anyone to uphold them.
That's dumb. Like the whole idea of you having an ex and still holding them accountable in the way you do is
No, you don't have to hold them. You don't hold them accountable.
All you can do
You don't
is
hold them accountable.
All you can do is hope that the person that you trusted to be your partner has integrity. If they don't, then you're finished. It is what it is.
Reese. You've been together 4 to 5 years.
Yeah.
And you break up, it's over.
Yeah.
So let's say you haven't spoke for about 4 days, it's a week now. That relationship might not be over, bro. You lot might be going through a hard period. You might call her on the 8th day. You might rekindle that. So what, if she now does a mazzoline in that period, are you telling me there's no rules?
We're talking about final cut off.
There's no such thing as
so what I'm trying to say
final,
is, but then when you get to that point where that if
Okay,
stage is
but
over and you know this is done, then I suppose it is what it is. You can't hold on to nothing.
That's what one
you
thing
can't account for how
is
people
true
move.
because bare people break up, and get back together in a week and a month too. This is what I was saying
But they
before.
still broke up.
No, but this is what I was saying before. You can't just it's done now. You never know when it's
But that's like saying that no one can ever move
actually
on.
done.
What I would say is,
You never know when it's
can't move
done.
on.
what I would say is
Go on,
because
go
of
on.
the nature of how this game is, you guys might break up for a month or two. You in your head, you might be upholding to this rule or this regulation, whatever. My girl might not do that, bro. So my thing is,
It's a cold world.
it's a cold world.
So she
bro.
doesn't. Could you get back with her after that?
What if she
So
was?
like, let's say you lot got back together. You lot just about to get back together, but you found out she done a thing with someone in
Then
the time.
it's
It's over for good. Exactly. So that means
There's
it matters.
rules.
There's rules.
It's not they're dead to it, not down to you, but there's a rule there.
It's not a rule though.
In order for this to be my girl,
Let's
you have
call
to
it
maintain.
a set of principles.
No, that's not the definition of unwritten rule. It's not actual rule, but it's unwritten. That's what we're saying.
Alright, cool. There's an unwritten rule.
Let's move on.
Yo, man, them. You know what I was just thinking about, yeah? Imagine, let's say you have a girl or whatsoever, yeah? And she's going out, and let's say, I don't know, you weren't really feeling the outfit. Like, what would you do? Like, would you kind of just bite your tongue and just let her wear what she wants to wear because obviously she's taking her time to get ready? Or would you, make a big deal out of it and say, yo, like, you're not wearing that and kind of ask her to, change? Like, what would you man do in that situation? Because people get into the situations, innit?
Do you mean in a fashion sense? So it's like like you don't like your girl's swag, or you mean,
Ooh, that's deep.
like like what you're wearing is
It's too revealing. It's too revealing.
It's two
The thing I
angles
like
to that.
about what you said is because we can branch into two ways. So
Literally.
let's
what's
go
your answer to
into
both of those?
let's go into the revealing way.
Revealing first. Me personally, I don't really like the revealing thing, personally. But even like back then, like even back in the day, I've never felt the revealing thing. Like back in the day, like people were like, "Raw, look at her breasts." But for me, I've just been like, it's too much. You get what I'm saying? Just me personally, do you get what I mean? So I'm not really on the revealing thing. One thing though, like I would never tell my lady what to wear though. I can't even lie to you, like I just wouldn't do that. Like same way she wouldn't tell me what to wear. Do you get what I'm saying to you? Like you can share an opinion on what
What
you
if
think
she
are
was
clothes,
wearing?
but-
What if she was wearing something mad revealing?
Like what?
Like I don't know. You know how
Do
they
you know
say,
how
for
mad
example,
it's so mad that perhaps if you was doing that, maybe I wouldn't have
But
even
what about now?
pursued
But what
your.
if she
What
done
about
it
now?
now?
Let's say she
done
wears
it
a
now.
dress.
You know what? I'll just share that raw. Like, obviously, I don't really feel the revealing thing, but I won't stop her from wearing it. Like, I'm not insecure about them things. I just my thing is just that I just can't control what you wear in it. Like, I don't feel comfortable doing that. Do you get what I'm saying to you? So it's like I can say like raw, like I don't like it, but it's like I would never try to control.
So what about if it
Until
was like your
it's
daughter then?
That's different.
If it was your daughter, would you just keep the same energy?
Do you know what it is, yeah? Even with the daughter, do you know what's so mad? Have you not seen that girls will go to their friend's house, they'll leave their house one way, go to their friend's house, change, and then go to the mall, they don't even know their daughters. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know, man.
Let's say in that situation, if I was placed in that situation,
Yeah.
And let's say she's wearing something like maybe too short. Yeah,
What, as in like you can see the butt cheeks and that? Like, it's more
well,
like
bro,
that.
like this is revealing, isn't it? So I'm trying to say, let's say I really had the issue with it.
That's subjective.
So you're gonna raise hell?
No, I don't need to raise her. I'm just gonna voice my opinion. I'm gonna be like, yo, like, you don't even need to wear that still.
But if she says no, I'm doing. But if she says no, I'm doing it. Then what?
What can he do?
Well, I can't do anything. Really.
You know,
we can't do
it depends on the shit.
No, but like, you know what it is? I think if your girl, like, let's say your girl respects you and she knows that, like, you're not happy with that, I think she should, like, do you know what I mean?
If it's a thing of
I think she
respect.
should. Like, I think she should change.
You might think you're not respecting her.
Let me say something. You like, bro, as a man, yeah, you shouldn't feel the need. I'm not saying any of you men feel like this, innit? You shouldn't feel the need or to even want to control your girl, innit? Obviously, you do have that respect for each other, so you should be able to voice your opinion. But at the end of the day, you don't control her, fam. She can do what she wants. So let's say, cool, she's wearing a revealing thing. That's one thing. If she's disrespecting us, another. If she's keeping it calm and she's respecting you and she's out, then really,
You know, camping car. Over the years, I've seen you not lose your heads for a lot less. Back this in, yeah, if you're a chick, yeah, like I said, I think it depends on the situation. Like, you got a girl, whatever, yeah. If her ass is hanging out of her cheeks, yeah, and you lot are stepping together, you might not feel a way. You might be like, that you feel, yeah. We're together, innit? It's not a thing. You know what I'm saying? If she going over to her girls, yeah, you know, it's on some youth party, she's some footballer's party, it doesn't really matter. The chicks are hanging out. He'll be looking at her like, you're really mad. You know, you might not say take it off, but it's really mad. I'm trying to say to you.
No, like I would. I'm saying,
and that's not controlling. That's just.
I'm saying,
that might even be your personal insecurities. Might be your own paranoia.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, you should feel comfortable enough to voice your opinion.
Yeah.
But not make it a mad issue.
Yeah,
when
that's
you
a mad
beefing
issue.
about it.
That's
You know
a
what I'm
mad
saying?
issue.
That's
Man,
I
be
wanna do
honest,
that.
has a girl ever like commented on like your dress that's like, oh, I don't like that, or like, you know, I don't really feel the way you've dressed tonight? Has a girl said anything to you or made a comment? Oh, I don't like them shoes. I don't like them trainers.
Yes. What the heck?
Has girls said
No,
it to you?
no girl that I've been with has said that, but girls that I'm friends with have said stuff before. But
So when
That's
they
not
say it
serious.
to you, like, be honest, does it touch your pride?
no,
Like,
I'm not gonna lie, I don't really care what
No.
my female friends got to say like that, because like, the stake is different. Do you get it? As in, like, you know, like it's not for them. It's like uni, innit? And I had these like Zara jeans in it, but they had like the spikes in them, like, you know, like the metal.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And obviously,
But on the leopard print on it.
no, but I had the rips.
I remember that was hard. It was hard.
I didn't have those ones, but my friend, like, she used to always get onto me about it, like, no, stop wearing these things, like that. But then I'm thinking, like, if you don't like it, stop.
Let me not lie, when I was in, what was it? I think in year 13, and this was a stage where like baggy jeans were going out of fashion, but there wasn't out of fashion in NZ, but it was out of fashion in like Bromley, you know, Kent type of size. Like they started wearing skinny jeans.
they were skinny
I remember
from
one
the
girl came to me with phone, was like, you need to change your jeans.
We
And
all
I was,
wear them
I was
jeans,
offended. What are you talking about? I was like, I ain't dressing like these, man. Bro, couple months down the line, bro, like, I went out one time at a party and I saw a girl and I was thinking, fam, I think I'm looking like a weirdo, like hair, like in this photo, I deep, like raw. No, raw, I need to switch it. And then obviously after time you switch, but what I clocked is if a woman is telling a man about your dress sense, yeah, that means that 9 times out of 10 they're right. I've found because they don't just say it for no reason. They're not trying to boy you. They're actually trying to wake you up.
I rate it. Like I rate it. If I'm looking shit, tell me I'm looking shit, fam. Tell me.
Because sometimes, obviously, remember they're looking at men as in attraction and so they are actually the perfect target audience.
Yeah, but they're all different. They're all different.
Yeah, no, they're different. But I'm talking about if it's like one of your dogs or girl that's interested, she's gonna give you some good advice. You get me?
I don't know, man. I feel like with the policing thing, I'm definitely against it. You can't really tell someone what to wear.
You can't.
No, you can't. Some things, like I feel like Toss was right in terms of like there may be certain girls who dress a certain way who you wouldn't approach in the first place. I remember when I was in Vegas and then like was at the pool party and we saw like girls sort of come out, but like the whole breast is out, but they just covered the nipple in it with some stars or some shit like that. And I'm thinking like, I would never take you serious, like, as in after seeing that. But it's like you can still do it if you want to do that. Do you get it? So it's like there's extremes, but obviously it's like if it's like a bit revealing, I don't really mind. 'Cause at the end of the day, like I'm a guy in it, so I'm still gonna like that stuff in it. And obviously, if I'm with you, you should still sort of be attractive in it. So I'm not trying to make you less attractive.
And off the back of that, like just because I'm with you, I don't want you to then just.
Yeah,
not look nice, like still look nice, like because obviously when you look good, you feel good.
Can't
I would definitely want my woman to feel good about herself.
Quick question, yeah. Obviously, you already talk about the stars on the breasts and stuff, innit? This is slightly left here, but be honest, like, if you was with your wife and you was in a public place, yeah, and she took her breast out to breastfeed your child in a public place, do you care about stuff like that?
No, man.
That's different.
You don't care about
At
stuff.
that point, it's not even a nudity thing. It's like
Because I think
feeding my
within
kid.
the last few years, women have been way more comfortable. You know, before, like when I was growing up, I never hardly ever saw women breastfeeding. But now there seems to be sort of a wave
Yeah, like
for people doing it.
Like when we was younger, when it used to happen, I thought it was weird. But now it's like the norm, just like, oh, like she's breastfeeding. Like,
Feeding your youth, man.
no, that's what I'm saying.
It's the only way.
Yo people, what's good? We back again. Listen, we're on YouTube now. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you share. You know the thing, man, we here.
Come on.